It only makes sense that the most watched live broadcast of the year always has something go wrong, and that's because it's live television, which makes it 100 times better.
When something goes wrong at a Super Bowl halftime show, the mistake can be larger than life.
And from nip slips to injured crotches, here are the biggest Super Bowl mistakes of all time. Come on, where else did you think we're gonna start? It's the most miraculously famous wardrobe malfunction ever, because we're taking it back about 2 decades on the dot to the most amazingly popular Super Bowl blunder of all time. The ever popular wardrobe malfunction of the century, the best showing of Janet Jackson's career as a performer. If you've never heard of this blunder, then you're either too young to have access to the internet or too old to have access to the internet. In one of the most highly anticipated halftime shows of all time, with Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake, things couldn't have taken a more surprising turn.
I felt like I had so much to prove to myself.
See, the executives of the NFL who put this whole shenanigan together were probably giving themselves some nice high fives and big pats on the back for the ultimate success of this halftime performance until BAM! Within a split second, Justin Timberlake makes the call. It's an audible. He decides to run a play that definitely wasn't in his original book of plays. That play is, of course, the play which was to rip off a piece of Janet Jackson's top, unveiling a completely full frontal view of her breasts. Yeah. Good going, Justin! See, I don't know who to blame here, because this move had to have been some part of the choreographed routine, no? I don't see why JT would have done such a thing otherwise. It seems a little bit out of the blue to just reach over to your dance or performing partner and just rip off their bra. I don't know, it seems like there must have been something else going on here that we didn't know about, because, come on, this is what, 2004? And perhaps they needed the ratings to explode a little bit, and there are some conspiracy theories that perhaps this was in fact done by accident. Which means on purpose, because of, yeah. But by all means, the cameras were not prepared and the performance got quickly cut, and cue a little bit of a record scratch because those same executives that were patting themselves on the back a couple minutes before ultimately slammed the big ban on these performers, because both Justin and Janet have been banned from performing at the Super Bowl ever again. And fun fact, this event and blunder actually spawned the birth of the video sharing platform that we all now know and love and call YouTube. Since the creator of YouTube wanted a platform where people can watch clips such as this miraculous, not miraculous, just, kind of miraculous wardrobe malfunction after the event had already finished and the live coverage was done. So bravo! Thank you, Janet's boobies, for YouTube. How about this? The NFL locked in a big performer as they scored big time for the Super Bowl in 2009 as they signed a contract with Bruce Springsteen, aka The Boss, to perform at the halftime show. He was rocking the stage until that memorable moment in the song 10th Avenue Freeze Out when Bruce decided to go for a classic knee slide like a true rock star. But hold on a second, because he ended up going for a knee slide a little bit too fast and too far, and he slammed right into the cameraman's lens, right in his crotch. Ow.
Close up of the camera, and that's what Springsteen did, and it was great.
It remains unconfirmed who was more hurt, whether it was Bruce or the cameraman, although it has been reported that the poor cameraman must have been traumatized both physically and psychologically. With a little bit of nuts to the camera, it's nothing better than a Sunday morning, am I right? And hey, coincidence or not, the teams in the Super Bowl only managed a field goal in the third quarter, because I think the crotch slide into the camera might have shaken up more than just the cameraman. Okay, it is the Super Bowl, so how about we talk about the game of football and when the Seahawks inexplicably just threw away a Super Bowl title. Put Put it this way, a touchdown on this play, the final play of the game, would have won the Super Bowl for Seattle. And in the 2014 Super Bowl, Russell Wilson, the legendary Seahawks quarterback, threw a crazy 33-yard pass bouncing off legs and fingertips and whatever notches like a game of hot potato, and it got caught miraculously, and with the ball just inches away from the end zone, inches away from a Super Bowl victory for the Seattle Seahawks. Their coach, Pete Carroll, apparently forgot that he had this player who goes by the name of Marshawn Lynch, aka Beast Mode, one of the best running backs in NFL history, and called a passing play. What? Yeah, because the rest is history. The ball got intercepted, and the Seahawks lost the Super Bowl. Don't worry though, Seattle, because everything happens for a reason, right? You can keep telling yourselves that. What about we're back with the blackout? And in Super Bowl XLVII, I don't know my Roman numerals, I have no idea what number that could possibly be. The Baltimore Ravens were dominating the game until the third quarter got crushed by a stadium-wide blackout. Some say Queen Bee, that is Beyonce's killer halftime performance, drained all the power from the poor lights and caused this blackout. And in the most watched sporting event of the year that was interrupted by a blackout, it's just a reminder as to why you should be paying your electricity bill on time, people. And finally, one of my personal favorites, back to the halftime show. This time it's 2012 and the Queen Madonna herself and her co-performer, Mia, have taken the stage. We're halfway through the live performance. Mia decides to flip the bird and flip off the audience of around, 30 million viewers? What did the audience do to you, Mia? And as a result, Mia got sued by the NFL for $16 million, so I hope it was worth it. Which of these Super Bowl mistakes was the craziest? Do you remember watching any of these happen live? And if you want to see a part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever, let us know in the comments down below. Until then, keep your head high. And from the team here at FTD News, have a splendid day.